Hello and welcome back to IXL tutorials. This is Mr. Duffick and we are continuing on to V4 for our circles unit. The last one I might do in the V series. So these problems are very similar to the ones we've seen back in V1, 2, and 3. And it's just asking us to write the equation of a circle in the standard form. So right here it asks us to write the equation in standard form for the circle with radius 7, and that is centered at the origin. Okay, so first thing I want to point out, clear that, is that you have to remember the equation of a circle. So remember the equation of a circle is x minus, not plus, x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. And remember, h is the x coordinate of the center of the circle, while k is the y coordinate of the center of the circle. Okay, so from here, if we figure out what h is, what k is, and what r is, we will be done. So first thing is first, we'll start writing the equation, minus h. Remember, h is the 0 of our center. So it's important to know what our center is, and it says that it is centered at the origin, and the origin is just 0, 0. Okay? So h is going to be 0, so h minus 0 squared plus y minus k, again, the y coordinate of the center is 0, so 0 squared equals r squared. So the radius is 7, so it'll be 7 squared. And now we'll just kind of simplify that down. So x minus 0 is x, so that's just going to be x squared plus y minus 0 squared is just y squared. And I'll leave the parentheses in there, I guess. Equals 7 times 7. 7 squared is 49. So x squared plus y squared equals 49 is going to be our answer. So we'll go over here, we'll type in x, press the square button, plus y squared equals 49. Not plus 49, nope, equals 49. There we go. Brilliant. Okay, next problem. Write the equation in standard form for the circle radius 6 and centered at the origin. Same problem as last time. I'm going to skip this one. Here we go. Write the equation in standard form for the circle with center -1, 5 and the radius 4. This is a good one. Okay. So we'll have our x minus h all squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. So now we're just going to plug everything in. We have our center right here. So -1 is going to be our h and +5 is going to be our k. We'll come down here. So we have x minus a -1 squared plus y minus k, which is 5. So 5 squared equals r squared. The radius is 4. So that's just going to be 4 squared. Okay. Remember, important to note whether the h and k is positive or negative, because we got to plug those numbers in just as they are to the appropriate equation. So we'll simplify a little bit now. We have x minus a -1. And remember, if you're subtracting a negative, minus minus, that cancels out to plus. So it's really x plus 1 plus y minus 5 squared equals 4 times 4 is 16. And this would be our equation of the circle. So we'll go x plus 1 squared plus y minus 5 squared equals, it was 16. Okay, double checking the work here. Looks good to me. Excellent. Okay. Write the equation in standard form. Okay, with the radius this. Okay, we'll do this problem too because of the abnormal radius. Okay, we'll go down to x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. All right, so 1 is going to be our h and 10 is going to be our k. So we're just going to go x minus 1 squared plus y minus 10 squared equals r squared. So 2 square roots of 6 all squared. And that's what it wants from us. So we'll simplify now. We'll just drag the rest of this down because there's nothing we can do to simplify it because it's already in the standard form. Okay, and now we're going to square both things here. So we're going to square the 2. So 2 times 2 is 4. And then 6, no, the square root of 6 squared. The square and the square root cancel out, so it's just 6. So it's really just 4 times 6, which is 24. So this is going to be our equation. We'll come over here and we'll type it in just like that. X minus 1 squared plus y minus 10 squared equals 24. Let's double check. Squared y minus 10 squared equals 24. Okay, we submit and that is correct. Good. Okay, so same type of problem. It gives you the center, then just a plain old radius. So we'll skip this one. Okay. And now they give us a problem where they do not give us the radius directly. We have to figure it out. So we will definitely do this one. And there is an easy version of this problem and a hard version of this problem. We'll see which version it is. So right here we have, well, it's easier to draw this out, but the question is asking or saying to write the equation in standard form for the circle passing through the point -11, 0, and again it's centered at the origin, so 0, 0 is the center. So what that looks like approximately is our origin is here, right? That's going to be the center of our circle, and the circle is also on top of the coordinate -11, 0, which is about, let's say right here. This is about -11. This is 0. And so if we know the origin is our center and -11, 0 lies on the circle, that means our circle is going to look kind of like this, except less messy. Oh boy. Well, we'll go with it. And so because that's the case, we can tell what the radius is now, right? It's a lot easier to visualize what the radius is kind of looking at a graph. So we know it's at the origin, which is nice. We'll write down our equation to continue. Okay, so we know it's at the origin, so we know h is 0 and k is 0. So it's really going to be x squared plus y squared equals r squared. So our r is the radius. So the distance from the center of the circle to the end of a circle, so from 0 to -11 is just 11, so 11 squared. So really this is saying x squared plus y squared equals 11 squared, or 11 times 11 is just 121. That's going to be the equation of our circle. We have x squared plus y squared equals 121. And this was one of the easier versions of this problem. And I'll show you why in a little bit. Okay, this is a very similar problem at the origin and passing through the circle here. Same exact problem. Same thing. We have a center here with a radius of 2 from before, same as before. Okay, this is an interesting one. Write the equation in standard form for the circle that has a diameter with endpoints this and this. So again, you're probably going to be better off drawing a graph for this kind of problem. This one seems pretty easy. Write the equation in standard form. So we're going to start with x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. And we'll draw our graph. So it says diameter with endpoints 1 comma 0, so we'll say that's right here, and negative 1 comma 0, which we'll say is right here. Okay, so we know these two are endpoints. So the circle is going to look something like this. There we go. Okay, and from here, we know that the diameter goes from positive 1 to negative 1 here. And so we know the center is at 0 comma 0. It's another origin one. And we know the radius is just going to be the distance between the origin and either one of those points, right? Which is just 1 either way. So what that looks like is going to be x. Again, h is going to be 0 because it's at the origin. Squared plus y. K is 0, so squared equals radius is 1 squared. And that's our equation. It's just going to be x squared plus y squared equals 1. Again, another easier one. I'm hoping the next one is going to be the harder version of the previous problem. Nope, same type of problem we just did. Same type of problem. Very good. See you later. Goodbye.